and Fáilte Ara. You're very welcome. Access to secure, affordable housing is one of the most immediate and urgent challenges facing young people, modest income earners, workers and families in Ireland today. And you recognise this, Minister. The government recognises this. You also recognise that over the past 10 years, housing supply dropped, house prices inflated and homelessness exploded. And I commend you and the government for all of the actions that you've taken to date. The cost of renting, though, and the buying of homes has increased by more than 40% since 2016. And at the same time, housing supply has plummeted. So we have a real crisis of both affordability and supply. And that crisis is real and it's urgent and it's undermining our citizens, it's undermining our society, our economy and our future. So the urgency, the timeliness of this legislation couldn't be more pressing. Your affordable and the government's affordable housing plan recognises, I guess, the market's failure to deliver affordable housing, and it is designed so that the state will take a lead in the provision of affordable housing. It'll take a lead, it'll have the state take a lead in the provision of affordable housing and the increased supply of affordable housing. So this is timely and it is needed, and the Affordable Housing Bill, we support it. We support the state taking this lead to help people on modest incomes, people who are earning above the social income thresholds but are still priced out of owning their own home, or indeed even just renting an affordable home. It'll be, for the first time in a decade, as you said, Minister, that local authorities will be empowered to build affordable homes. They'll be empowered to build affordable homes, both to purchase and rent on public lands. And as you said, Minister, affordable homes that are starting at €160,000. It'll introduce, for the first time in the history of the state, it's been talked about for years, affordable cost rental homes. Affordable cost rental homes where renters have security of tenure, have affordable rents, where they only pay rents for the construction and the management of their homes. The proposal, Minister, to double, at a minimum to double, the social and affordable housing that will be provided in every private development is welcome and to be supported, and your proposed amendment to ring-fence a percentage of all new developments for first-time buyers will be supported also. And finally, the short-term measure, the state providing financial support to renters who are paying more for rent than they would in a mortgage to actually secure their own affordable home, that's very welcome. I agree with you, it has been distorted and misrepresented, but I can tell you I have been contacted by people who have been saving, who are paying more in rent than they would on a mortgage, and who welcome the government's financial support to enable them to acquire their own home. The fact that the Affordable Housing Bill will empower our local authorities, get our local authorities back building homes, in addition to the significant social housing building programme that they have, the affordable housing element for local authorities to partner at the same time with the Land Development Agency. The establishment of the Land Development Agency on a statutory footing to manage public lands, so that it's maximised for the delivery of affordable homes. That's to be welcomed, but combine those two pieces of legislation with ambitious budgets, with budgets of €3.3 billion for the housing budget and €2.5 billion for the Land Development Agency. That's a significant financial power being put by the state to deliver affordable homes both to purchase and rent for people on modest incomes who work hard, who pay their taxes and who deserve to have secure, affordable homes. It's right, Minister, that our state is using every available asset to support our people. It's right that combined the Affordable Housing Bill, the Land Development Agency and the budgets will provide affordable homes for decades to come, Minister, if this legislation is passed, and for generations to come, it'll restore home ownership and affordable home ownership. I just wanted to say also, Minister, that in terms of using the state-owned lands, you know, the cost of land is a significant portion, and we all know this. So the fact that we're going to use the state-owned land to reduce the cost of providing the homes, that we legislate then for the affordable purchase and rental, that we will control the use of that land, that we will control the value of the land. It's been said that it is the greatest land devaluation that will take place in the history of the state, but it's taking place for a reason. It's taking place to invest in our citizens, to invest in providing our citizens with homes, to invest in our communities and our society and our economy. Minister, the shared equity loan scheme, I think, shows a real commitment in the short term. We all know that there has been a decade of undersupply of housing. We all know that there is no magic quantum of housing available to be built overnight. It takes time to plan, to design, to build. We do know that that 35,000 housing target will be met by this government over time, but we also know that right today there are 80,000 permissions granted for private housing that, because of the cost of construction and private land, are unaffordable combined with the current bank lending rules. So the shared equity loan scheme will bridge that gap for people who are paying more in rent than they would in a mortgage. It will allow them secure an affordable mortgage. It will allow the state invest in their homes with them, but it will also stimulate that construction that is so desperately needed. And if we all believe sincerely that we want to tackle this housing crisis, we need to use every single available tool to do it. There is no one silver bullet. There is no quick fix. And people have been waiting too long. The urgency, the need for modest income earners to know that they can have a secure and affordable home is real. They cannot tolerate any further delay. And I believe that COVID-19 has only compounded the crisis of both affordability and supply. And in COVID-19, we all recognised the real value of having a secure home, of having someplace safe to go for protection. That isn't a luxury. That should be a basic human right. That should be an essential human requirement. It is right that our state is taking this action. It is right that it is ambitious and it is radical, and that we are going to combine it with the funding and the urgency to deliver. We have all worked collectively to defeat COVID-19, to defeat the pandemic. I really urge every member of this House to work collectively and from the Dáil. We all know and recognise there is a housing crisis, a crisis of affordability and supply. If we want to really address that crisis, if we want to really deliver for our citizens, we need to support this affordable housing legislation that will see our local authorities build affordable homes on public lands, affordable homes both to purchase and rent, provide affordable cost rental homes, double the allocation for social and affordable homes in every private development, and most importantly in the short term, provide financial support so that all of our citizens can move on and have a secure and affordable place to call home. Gur Mágat.